Dr. Kabunkel, it is great to be here with you. I'm really excited to hear your story. It's been incredible to see your growth over the last 6 months. And for starters, would love to just hear your name, your specialty, and where you're located in the United States.
Yeah, so I'm Catherine Kabunko, MD. I'm an internal medicine physician. I am in Eastern North Carolina. Um, yeah, I work for an academic affiliated organization with ECU Health
Yep.
in Greenville.
Yep. And what did your life look like before coaching?
I was having trouble with balancing my my professional work with my personal life. It was, I was always working
Yep.
on the weekends. I felt guilty when I'm not doing my work and I'm with my family, with my spouse, and then when I'm with my spouse, then I feel guilty that I'm not doing my work.
Right.
And I was just always working weekends, nights, vacations.
Yeah. And that cycle of never feeling like you're doing enough is the cycle my mom was caught in. It's the cycle a lot of female physicians can really feel. Um, You talked about that guilt. What did that get in the way of for you? What were you unable? I mean, I remember jujitsu. I remember some other hobbies of yours, but maybe share those things that you really wanted to spend more time on that you weren't able to because of all the charting and guilt and other things you mentioned.
Yeah, just really having even just I feel like breathing time and time to sit down and enjoy time with my wife where I don't feel guilty, you know. And for a while I realized that the way to get my work done was to wake up at 4 a.m. and start, doing some charting. It is my most productive time, but that was my like at least gym time. And I thought it's been a year, but then when I went back, they said, "Oh, you've been gone 6 months." So, but I feel good that it hasn't been that long. I have gone back to, yeah, at least going to the gym in the morning, and at some point, I do want to go back to jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
I have the courage to show up, um, and and work hard. Getting back to a sports that's very physical. I have to get in shape, and I'm doing that. And I'm thankful because I think have become more efficient at work, and that's allowing me to do the taking care of myself. That was one of the things. The main goal for the coaching was, to be a better physician, a
Yeah.
better uh, wife, a better daughter, a better mother, that I had to take care of myself. So I have to be able to exercise, eat right, um, manage stress, spend time with family. Like I tell my patients, I have to. So if I need to practice those things that I recommend to people.
And for the people watching, how did coaching and working with Nandamiso, how did that actually help you become more efficient and get balance in all the areas you're talking about?
Yeah, I really, really like Coach Nandamiso. um, I like her coaching style. She really listens a lot, and she tries to give me insights by trying to get, by trying to get, well, basically asking me questions that um, make me think of the solutions, I get my own insights,
Hmm.
um, and we come out with the solutions. So I have even used her coaching style. After the first coaching session, I went to a patient. I asked what matter most to you, and I tried to get some ideas of like, well, what do you really think is going on? Why are you having this problem? What can you do better? And it's amazing that patients actually have the answers. At least, some patients have the answers within them to improve their life.
And so maybe there's a doctor who's watching this who's thinking, well, okay, that's great. Someone can ask me what's important to me. Someone can ask me to get some insights, but they're my insights. Why do I need a coach for that? What was actually helpful for you about having a physician coach?
Um, well, not well. I think Coach Nandamiso is just awesome in making me mindful of, one time when I was so stressed out, she was like, "Okay, calm down." Yeah, and we went through some of those exercises to decrease the stress, and it's because I was dealing with a conflict in the office, and then we went through once. I was mindful of what I was feeling, uh, and I calmed down. Then we went about what was going on, and we come up with solutions. Um, Sorry, say that again. What else is that?
Well, the fact that Nanda Miso is a physician and
Mhm.
you had a
Yeah.
physician coach, what was helpful about that?
Um, so, you know, there's actually a lot more of the personal stuff. I think what's helpful is because she's a physician, she knows what physicians have gone through.
Right.
And also not just with Coach Nondamiso, but with the video courses that's geared for doctors. I mean, I have learned so much, and I realized that I'm not alone. That there's actually a course about the things that I have been feeling. The I now understand what imposter syndrome is. When people were talking about it, I'm like, what is that? And then I realized that I have given away opportunities because I didn't feel that I had the capacity, or because, hey, it's a man's world, you go ahead and be the lead hospitalist. So I gave up a lead hospitalist job. um um so I'm realizing that the things that I've done in the past, how I can make improvements on that so that I can take the opportunities later. Not just, it's not about improving myself, but I can improve situations if if I give myself the opportunity to, you know. Um, when your mom talked about how I think it's the
Sure.
it's the idea that we have to take on responsibilities. It seems like a good thing, but then if we're taking too much responsibilities with work, when we're saying yes to that extra patient call when we should be with our spouse eating dinner, then we're saying no to that. And I think I've said a lot of no's to my family and my time with my family. And as I get older, and I think when we reviewed what I mentioned in the beginning of the before the coaching started, that I've lost a lot of family members, and I realized the importance of having time with them, and I'm making sure I have that time now.
Incredible.
Yeah.
It's really incredible. And it's I see a vibrancy and an energy that in our first conversation 6 months ago wasn't there. And I'm happy that you're able to set those boundaries and that you're able to spend time with more people you love. Last question today. What would you say to someone who's watching this and they're like, okay, that's great. It worked for her, but I don't know about this coaching thing. I don't know about Dr. Gazelle. I saw it on Facebook one time, but I don't think it's for me. What would you say to someone who's skeptical about coaching, 1 hour coaching?
Yeah, I think they should at least try it. I mean, um, you're in a group of fellow physicians that had gone through the same difficulties, um, that like I had. The difficulties that I'm going through is not unique to myself. Everybody else is having it, and it's good to know that I'm not alone. That's the first thing I notice about coaching is like, wow, it's like all these physicians have these same concerns, you
Wow.
know, and I I felt validated by that. And we're all together helping each other out. Um, and it's good to have the coaching from physicians, because they know what I'm going through, or they've gone through it, and they have the wisdom and the things that they've learned, and they're imparting and sharing those wisdoms and to us.
Well, it's a beautiful story. We're really happy. We're gonna keep supporting you. You did an amazing job using all the resources, and happy to get you some more time with your wife, more time at home.
Yeah, I can't wait to get home now. But yes,
Awesome. Thanks for the time, Kathy. Great to see you.
great to see you too.